How you doing, sir?
Real good. How about you?
I'm good. Hold on, let me turn my volume up. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Uh, you know, I'm an old head, so I've been around a long time. I've been laughing at your stuff forever. I'm like, this is fantastic.
Thank you. Then you'll understand my joke.
Oh, I understand your jokes real well. I I want to be respectful of your time, so we can jump right in and do this stuff. Now you're going to be here in DC. I'm in outside of DC also, so you're going to be here in October, right? A little bit
I'll
later.
be here next weekend at the
Oh,
20th
next
and the
week. Oh,
21st.
oh, fantastic. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I make sure I'll be up in the place. Now,
Okay.
so thanks for taking the call. It's great that you're going to be in DC. I get to see you and all the folks in DC. We love you. So, that's fantastic. And I had a question. You were in Vegas for so long. All of a sudden you out on tour? You seem like you're everywhere. What's happening? What's this just the next phase of George Wallace or what?
Well, what happened was I went to Las Vegas for 30 days. And
Okay.
what a blessing. I went there for 30 days. And next thing you know, it was 60 days, 90 days. And
Uh-huh.
I, next thing you know, it's 15 years. So, and I'm the only black man that ever went there and actually owned the show. I did not work for the hotels. So I
Right.
owned the show. I did all of the marketing, all of the advertising, all of the ticket brokering, the sales, everything like that, which is a tough job, and not many people can do that.
Right.
And I'm just so blessed to be able to have done more shows than any other African American
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
ever,
Ever.
and it's just
Right.
wonderful. So I stayed here for 10 years, and my best friend came on one night and says, my best friend at Seinfeld, he had a show for
Yeah.
9 years, and he quit. He says, let's quit, let's move on to something else. And I said, that's pretty good, because I did need to move on to something else.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I always thought life was backwards. That's what I teach the young kids.
Right.
Make sure you enjoy your life. Life is backwards. You hear old people say, when I turn 65, I want to
Mm-hmm.
retire and travel all over the world. And I said, for what? You're too damn old.
Right.
You can't do
Exactly.
anything. So I teach young people to travel and
Mm-hmm.
enjoy their life while they're young, and go to get all of that out of the way. Get out of college, get on
Uh-huh.
an airplane, go to other countries, see how other people live, and charge it to your parents, whatever. So I did that when I was young.
Okay.
I never wanted to be any television. I never wanted to be movies, anything like that. I just wanted to work and become a comedian. And my ultimate goal was to work Las Vegas. And I had to stop about 5 years and go, wait a minute, I've accomplished my goal. What do I do now? So now, when I say life is backwards, now I'm starting to work. I just finished a brand new TV show with the great Norman Lear, that's 101 years old.
Okay.
And
I heard a little
Norman
bit
Lear,
about that. Yeah. What?
yeah.
Tell us about that.
So this is a new show. I had an idea. It was back to now that I'm older. I said, well, why don't let's reboot Sanford and Son. So I
Mm-hmm.
went back to him. Basically, I just wanted to hear a show, any show that says, because it's such a great theme song.
Right.
So I went back to him and said, oh, we can't reboot Sanford. And I said, well, you're rebooting everything else.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, give me a twist to it. So I put a twist to it. So a friend of mine has a son, has twins, and one's a boy and one's a girl, and the boy never identified as a boy. And
Okay.
I told my friend, I said, well, it doesn't matter. It's your kid, and you got to love that kid no matter what, no matter what, no matter what. And then the light bulb went off in my head and said, oh, here's a twist. What if I had a son that I'm based out of Alabama? I'm an old black man, George Wallace out of Alabama. And my son left the house at 17. And 27 years later, or 17 years later, I forgot which were the premises, but he knocks on the door, and I open the door, and I get an email that said my son is coming home. And I open the door, and there's a beautiful lady, beautiful lady. I'm going like, how you doing, Miss Avon lady and Miss Watchtower lady? What are you selling me? But you hurry up, because I got to go. My son is coming.
Uh-huh.
And the lady says, Dad, it's me.
Wow.
I said, what? Who? Me who? Dad, it's me. I said, lady, you have got to go. My son is about to come and show. And then Dad, it's me.
Right. Wow.
And my son has transgender. And I thought
Mm-hmm.
about it, and everybody said, that's a good idea. Then we said, how do we make it even greater? We went on to get the great Laverne Cox to play my daughter.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
it's George Wallace, Laverne Cox, and Norman Lear. We put this project together.
Mm-hmm.
We shot all shows,
Okay.
and we were ready to, the show should be released around Christmas time.
Okay. What's it going to be on? What streaming
It's
service
going to be
or?
on the world's largest. It's going to be on Amazon and
Okay.
Freebie. And so we're
Okay.
going all over the world. And it's a show about uh, me as a father, a black father, being educated to what this community is about. And it's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
also a show about learning to live and let live and love and let people do what they want to do. And so I said, that's good for me to learn, and I'm learning, and America's going to learn, and I'm going to catch a hell from a lot of people, but that's okay, because I'm definitely going to catch hell from the Black church. You know that.
Yeah, of course you're going to get
and
that.
My church is Church of God in Christ.
You Kojic? Oh, okay, you really going to get it.
Pentecostal, so that's more hell. I'm going to catch more hell from them than anybody else. However, I'm ready for them, because there's more hell come out of the church than anywhere else. Every sin and everybody. So what can you say that hasn't been done?
Right.
That didn't come out of the church. Okay.
Wow.
So we're ready to do this and learn and live and learn to let live and enjoy life.
That's fantastic. I was going to ask you about how you feel about all this cancel culture and all this stuff that goes on with, these are jokes, but people take them so seriously. How do you feel, and how do you react to that stuff? And how do you kind of let that stuff roll off your back? Because some comics, they apologize, have to do all this other stuff. How do you handle that?
I'm having fun, because my personality, I think I'm old school and people know about me. I just come out and have fun. If you come here for any other reasons, this probably shouldn't be your show, And I even tell them, I talk about everybody, I don't care, because I'm never going to embarrass anybody.
Right.
Because y'all pay my bills. I ain't no fool. You pay my bills. So why would I piss you off? But it's about fun. And if your personality, the people, they know love when they see love. And I tell people about the show I had in Las Vegas one night. A blind lady came in, and she came in late. Well, I chewed her ass out. And I love to tell this story. I said, how the hell you walk up in here late? You got somebody to lead and guide you around. You coming in here late. And then I said to her, look at all these other people in this room. That's what I said to the blind lady. She's standing in the middle of the floor. I said, and you ain't that damn blind, because you pointing straight at me. And the audience is going crazy, right? She said, I don't care what you say, Mr. Wallace. I'm coming to your show, and this is the 5th time I've been to your show, and I love you too, and I don't care what you say about me. I'm going to sit down and laugh and have some fun. And she sat down and laughed. And after doing the show, I tell you, she was the greatest laugh, and you can hear her laugh. And at the end of the evening, she's so good, I said, you know what? I gave her a brand new copy of my DVD.
Oh, great.
So everybody going to, then, it's a little second. You gave the blind lady a copy of the DVD.
Right.
But it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to have fun. It's like me going to church with Stevie Wonder. Yeah, I do the Stevie Wonder jokes. He coming in late. Stevie Wonder at West Angeles Church of God in Christ, 5,000 people. And he comes to church every Sunday, 20 minutes late. And I said, Stevie, you have got to stop coming to church every Sunday. 20 minutes. And the ushers, they usher me in right down front. And I said, you don't need no front row seat anyway. I told the ushers, put his ass in the back facing the wall. He won't know the difference. So if you do it right, and he'll be the first one. And then the bishop said one day, the Bishop Blake said, hey, Stevie Wonder, George Wallace is sitting next to you. Stevie stands up in the middle of the church, swinging at me, and I'm ducking it, and the place is going crazy. So if you do it right with the cancel culture, there's some things you can say wrong, but you just be aware of what you're saying and try to say them right. But most of all, at the comedy clubs and the shows now, you come into a comedy show, it's about laughs. So don't be too serious about leave your problems at your door. We're here to laugh now.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
There's no reason for anybody to approach the stage to get angry.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that's for sure. They don't need to run up on the stage. So I mean, your career is so long. I mean, you've done books, movies, TV. I was like looking up. I was like, I know George Wallace. But I started looking up. I said, "Dang, how much?" And you started out. You always wanted. I know. I read something that said you started out. You had an advertising job for a while. You did some advertising work, and you said, "I really don't want to do that. I want to do jokes."
Well, let me tell you what. I wanted to be a comedian since 6 years old. I'm like you. We had Red Fox. Right. We had Mom Mabley. We had Judge Pickmeat Markham. All of it. And I'm from Georgia, so we come from kind of like a segregated neighborhood, black neighborhood, and even our entertainment at the time was for us was segregated. We had those party records, and you remember those party records?
Yeah, absolutely. I used to play the Red Fox records. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, our parents would go in the room and tell us kids to get out of the house, and while they play those records and laugh. Well, kids ain't crazy. What we do, put our head against the door, they laughing. What the hell are they laughing at? Soon as they go to church or hit the door going somewhere, what do we young kids do?
We can
You go
get
into
the
that
record,
record,
right? Yeah.
you get in that record player, a combination. You remember the combination we had with the TV, the radio, and the phonograph?
Yes.
And then open that thing up and put those records on. We laugh our asses off. And I would take those jokes back to school and people would laugh. And so at that time, when you made people happy, you see happy people, it makes me happier. So that's why I have the greatest job in the world today, making people happy. And we always have to say laughter is the greatest medicine in the world. And let me tell you something, you're doing it right now. You can't even fake a smile without feeling better.
Exactly. That's, we, Heart and Soul, we do health, fitness, and wellness. And when Priscilla said, could y'all like to interview George? It's like, laughter is such a great health, a wellness. I mean, if you could just laugh a little bit, take some of that stress off, that's the greatest feeling. There's a lot of stresses and stuff going on out here, but when you get some jokes in you and you feel lighter, it's like it's like you're a doctor of laughter almost. I want to say, call you,
You're doing it as you speak. You're doing it right now as you speak. I'm feeling better just looking at the smile on your face. And that is why they call me Dr. George Wallace.
There you go.
And I see I guarantee you, when you come to my office, you're going to feel much better than you do when you leave the doctor's office.
That's for sure.
And my appointment starts at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever time it is. The waiting room is full, and I see all my patients at one time. And I guarantee you, when you walk out, you're going to go, ooh, that was a good prescription.
Yes, absolutely. I totally agree. I totally.
The wellness and the health, laughter has got to be a part of it. You just try it. You go to the doctor's office, and I told my doctor, I have a doctor in Las Vegas. I said, do me a favor. Here's 100 tickets. Send your patients to the show.
Wow. That is a great prescription. That's a great prescription. So how do you keep up on all the stuff? How do you keep current with all the stuff? I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming at you, I'm sure, and all the stuff that's going on in the world. How do you keep current with all of this stuff and keep your comedy so current and keep people, how do you do it? I mean, I have trouble, and I'm in the media. I have trouble keeping up with stuff. So how do you do it?
You do what you do. You do what you do. Here's a joke I'm running right now. If another person said, I'm sick and tired, life is all about lies. It's all about lies. Everything you do, there's a lie there. It's just like, I'm writing a bit right now when people say, if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Well, that's bull crap. You can't do what I do. I can't do what you do. You're professional at what you do. But my job is to sit around every day. And that's what I do. I find things that, oh, that's funny. That's funny. People saying that right now, I'm trying to do, I have a legal pad. I don't have it with me, and it's in my phone, and I can't get these jokes, but I'm trying to make the word worser more useful. Worser. You got faster, longer, harder.
Right.
How can it be worse? If I ask you a question, who was more worse? Just do the black one. Who more worse? Was it who was more worse? What's the name? Bush or Trump? Oh hell, Trump was way more worse.
Right. Way more worse. Okay, I see.
Way more worse.
Way more worse. It seems like you always figure out how to get the audience, get in their minds and get in there, put yourself right where they are. There you go. You always whatever the audience is, you get to them real quick.
Yeah, it's because it's how you doing. They just see me. I'm not a comedian. I'm just like their uncle or friend in the room. Right. And sometimes people talk back to me during the show. That's fine. We just have fun, and I just take everyday issues and just have fun with it. Just right now, I'm mad at Tim Scott. And
oh yeah, wow, yeah.
And
like, I don't know how did he get his mindset like that? What happened to him in his life that his mindset is all twisted up? I'm like, I don't get it.
And I had to change my thoughts in my head. At one time I did make a mistake, and I was really getting too far into it. And I just hate these black Republicans. But I had to change it to, I hate the black MAGA members.
MAGA members, yeah. I saw you do that. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's how you do that, because there's some good
absolutely, there's good Republicans. Just because they're conservative, whatever, that's fine.
But the black ones, what have they ever done for you? And you go over there with a sign, black, some of them getting paid to do it,
Of course.
but
Yeah.
people like Tim Scott, that's some bull. And I don't cuss. I do cuss, but I just started cussing 2 years ago. So that's some bull stuff. Okay. You can bleep me if you want to, but for a guy like him, I was pissed off when any black person and you and me of our age, and you get a lady that's Supreme Court justice and you don't have a chance to vote for her, I don't need you anymore. And then you tell me there's no racism. You don't see racism in the country. Any black man over 5 years old can see racism in America.
Just step in the elevator with some white folks, you'll still see some racism. They all want to grab their bag.
Hey, let him go to his own party one night and leave, and they don't know who he is. Let him go down there and Georgia and see, he'll find out what his members are, the people, the mega members. They're just crazy. They hate him for no reason whatsoever. So I don't like him. So, and it makes me so mad. It's kind of like I did the bit on Will Smith when he slapped Chris Rock. I just got mad. I didn't like any of the Smiths,
Right.
So now I don't like any of the Scotts. I don't give a damn what kind of Scott it is. Randolph Scott, Scott Walker, whoever it is, Scott's all the Scott free. I don't like Scott free. I don't like any of the Scotts. So I got to put all the Scotts together. Like I went down the line with Herschel I went down the line with Herschel Walker when he was running for office. I don't like any of the Walkers. I don't give a damn who the Johnny Walker. I hate Johnny with Jimmy Walker. Jimmy Walker, all of the Walkers. Johnny Walker Red, Johnny Walker Black, Johnny Walker, all the Walkers. I told my Texas Walker Ranger, just went down the whole line. And even my third grade school teacher, Miss Lula Mae Walker, the hell with her. I just hated all the Walkers. And I did all of the Smiths. And then I went through, Smith is the #1 name in America. And I said, and there's probably a Smith in here tonight. And they said, there's Smith in here. This is like 4 or 5. I said, well, F you two then. I'm F-ing. So see how I just did that? And
I see that. You see, you always seem to be able to work and put all of that together. And, you take one word and you'll work it, get everybody involved.
That's what I like. I just said to all of Smith, and F you too. And guess what they do? Standing ovation.
Right.
And because it's with the people, And it's about the people. It's about having fun and laughter. So I love what I do. I have the greatest job in the world. And I choke up every now and then. And I thank God every day for what I do, because all I do is lie.
But they're funny lies.
No, life is a lie. You go through a day, you're never gonna go through a day without hearing a lie.
Oh yeah, you're gonna say something. You're gonna say something that really ain't. I'll be there in a minute. You like say, I'll be there in a minute. You know you ain't gonna be there for an hour.
Come on, yeah. Give me a second. Yeah. Stupid stuff, people. Are you here to see the doctor? No, I'm here to twist your boots. What the hell else am I here for? You call somebody, I'd like to speak to Mr. Johnson, receptionist. May I tell him who's calling? Oh yeah, go ahead. You smarter. You know who it is. Go ahead and tell him. So I pick up on I'll be thinking about any little thing, because it's just now you're gonna think about the lies for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
After today, because everything is a lie. You watch TV shows. I just wrote a joke about it. AGT, America's Got Talent. You win $1 million, but they don't tell you they pay you that $1 million for over 20 years.
Oh wow! Right.
So people don't know that. So you only getting $50,000 a year.
Wow.
And American Got Talent don't tell you they take 10% because they're your agent, and they don't tell you about the government taking their 35%. Right. So what you getting is $35,000 a year. It ain't what it looked like.
Right.
I'm going through something right now. I'm sitting here right now in this big ass house with no air conditioning, because I called my American Home Shield to come out and I paid them the service fee. But now they're starting to charge. They want to charge me for some parts. I said, that's not your advertising. You even say if we have to replace the whole air conditioner, we'll do it, because that's why I'm paying the insurance fee.
Right.
And what is it? So if you see an asterisk, that means you got a problem.
Yeah, the fine print and the asterisk. Right. You got a problem. Wow.
So there's a lie in everything. But.
Yeah. Wow. So let me ask you this. I mean, you've got a great career. What do you say to young people like that, that don't know what they want to do, or they're kind of confused about what they should do next, whether they went to college or whether they went to wherever? What do you say to young people when they approach you and say, how do I find out what I should do with my life?
It's easy. It's simple. I love doing that. I love talking to college students. And my subject is always the same. Make sure you enjoy your life. Make sure, honor your essence. Show people you love what you do for you. And there's a reason out there, there's a purpose out there, and a job for you. Just because you get a degree in marketing doesn't mean you got to do statistical analysis the rest of your life, or you might enjoy fixing refrigerators, painting cars.
Right.
Come on. Something happens to your car, who you got to go to the mechanic? Ooh, they make good, big money, you know. And if you love what you do, the money will come.
Wow. That's
The
great.
money will come. Rearranging flowers. Look how much money you can make in the flower business. Do your thing.
Right. That's
I
excellent.
learned that. I went to a friend of mine, he was a florist, and I went with him to get some flowers one morning in New York City. And we bought $19 worth of flowers. And we went back in his station wagon. He went back in the car and he put some arrangements together with these different type flowers. And he had to take them upstairs to the buyer. And he left the car. We were double parked, and the police came and said, "Move the car." And I said, "I don't have the keys." And the policeman said, "Move the car." I said, "I don't have the keys to the car. My friend's upstairs." He was up there for 30 minutes. He finally came down. I said, "Man, I'm catching hell down there. What the hell were you doing?" He was arguing with the lady, and he said, "I only charged her $650." And she's arguing. I said, "$650 for what?" He said, "The arrangements you saw the arrangement." I said, "We picked up $19 worth of flowers." He says, "That I told her $650, and it was Mrs. Guggenheim."
Oh, wow. It's like you can afford it.
He called me back about a week later. He said, "See, it's what you present in the product." She called me to thank me for that flower on the table. What do you call it? That flower piece. See, there was a conversation about the flower piece, and she sold a $3 million piece of art because of the conversation over the flower.
Wow.
Over the arrangement. They call it arrangement. So that's important why you love what you do. And I said the piece, I'm going with the little piece he had left, he gave me to take home. And I'm going like, "Look at this. This is beautiful." And I'm going, I paid $50 for this.
That's what I was thinking, $50, right? Something.
No, when they put it together, that's what florists do. When they put it together, it's a great piece and a great arrangement. So do what you enjoy doing. As I said, the mechanic makes as much money as he wants to make. People job that you can. A plumber, you know, the joke about the plumber, the plumber says, charge somebody so much money. And the guy says, "Hell, I'm a doctor. I only charge $150 a visit." He said, "Well, when I was a doctor, that's how much I charged too." So there's always a good reason. Just make sure you enjoy your life and do what you want to do. And the young entertainers, just make sure you want to get in it and be educated to what you want to do and how you want to do it, because there's more BS that comes along with everything and lies. So you got to be prepared. You got to be dedicated. Let's do the D's. You got to be determined. You got to be dedicated. You got to be devoted. And you got to be disciplined.
Yeah, right.
To do what you want to do. And you can make it. As Reverend Knight used to say, you can have what you want to have. You can do what you want to do, and you can be what you want to be. You can't lose with the stuff I use.
There you go.
But listen, we're going to talk about this and have fun in DC at the DC Improv. And I'm encouraging people to come out. It's a great weekend because it's Howard's homecoming weekend, I think, or something like that, or some big alumni weekend. Big
yeah, right.
So a lot of people in town, and you need laughter in your life, because when you stop laughing, you stop living. So that's on Friday and Saturday. The 20th and the 21st. And so if you know what's happening at my show right now, because I talk to the young people that come to the show. Young people 25 and 35 are bringing their parents to the show. And they've never seen their parents roll over laughing. And so this is a big thing, and I'm enjoying it. And the parents are cracking up when I get on the young people. You know, I'm talking about the young people with all these crazy names they come up with. You know, they got the Betty Wap, and they got the Weekend, and they got all these Waka Flocka Flame, and you got all of these names, and they love the old people go crazy. That's my cuss word, Waka Flocka Flame.
I was gonna say, isn't that your curse word, Waka Flocka?
Well, yeah, so that's my curse word, Waka Flocka. So the young people get to laugh at them, and the old people get to laugh at the young kids when I'm talking about them. So it's a lot of fun together. And when they walk out, it's kind of like, Mom, it says, "I never saw my mama laugh like that before. Thank you."
Wow, that's great. That's great. Well, I want to be cognizant of your time. I really appreciate you.
Well, I ain't got nothing to do. I was just getting into you. You haven't asked me any questions yet. You know, you need to finish this show. Come down to the show at the Improv.
Oh, I'm going to come to the show. That's no problem. And I'm going to make sure that we're going to post this on our website. We're going to put your books, we're going to put the show times and your tour dates. I see you had a lot of tour dates. And we're gonna make sure we put all of that into into our website so that people know you're coming, and make sure they support you. And we're just gaga that we got you on a call, and we could speak with you.
I want to thank you so much for your hospitality, for your kindness, and having me on your show. You need
Okay.
to know something good is going to happen to you, whether you like it or not. And you need to know I'm George Wallace and what? I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.
Thank you so much.
That's the way I see it, and that's the way it ought to be. Bye-bye
Right.
now. God bless us.
All right now. Thank you so much. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
bye-bye.
All right.